Hi, I'm Edie Carrero. We're going to be taking a look at the irony story type today. It's a pretty common one, but it's perhaps one of the more challenging and complex ones to learn about. So let's get started. Irony is the opposite of the world of romance. Where in romance we have the world of innocence, in irony we get the world of experience. You see, in this world of experience, we've got a world of folly, but a world of folly that's kind of worth fixing. And the satirical rogue or the ironic character does really realize this. See, there are essentially two types of comic or ironic characters here that take the main stage. We get the ironic character who simply points out the truths in society, or we get the tragic ironic character that is kind of like a blunt advisor. So we can get kind of the late night talk show host that points everything out, or we could get the blunt advisor in these serious situations pointing out obvious truths. With satire and irony, the main character kind of attacks things that are larger than them, kind of things that don't really have much intelligence to them and can break them down fairly easy. We get two types of characters. We get the plain dealer, which is kind of like our late night talk show host that kind of calls things as they are, or we get to the tragic side where we get the blunt advisor who in a serious situation is quick to point out the realism of what's going on. In one type of irony or satire, we get characters or situations that are larger than the main character themselves, and those things are the things that are trying to be torn down. And these are usually things that are brainless and mindless, that the main character is trying to expose. Then there's the satirical rogue who points out the conventions of society and how ludicrous and how silly they are in the grand scheme of things. And when we zoom out of something, we're able to see the forest from the trees in this ironic situation. But without having pointed it out, we might have been clouded by those conventions from the beginning. You see, satire always crosses some line. It's meant to disturb us. It's meant to shake us up and say, is that really what life is like here? Or it's meant to have us look at things from a different angle. In some forms of ironic fiction, we get a shifting of the world view. We get our world tilted askew in a way where down is up and up is down. And we get these demonic and evil characters that seem to rise up out of the ground, the very antithesis of a romance where we have these heavenly characters coming down from above to save us. In irony, we've got these evil characters coming up from the ground trying to destroy us. And we have an unlikely hero in the main character who really is no better or worse than you or I in any normal given day, but for some reason is tasked with trying to save the world, as it were. But in the end, whether he saves it or not, the fact remains that the world still remains a messed up place in irony. There's no real true resolution, and we get the sense that there is this unfixable thing in the story that's being told. Hence, that's what makes it ironic. And for many, irony is sometimes feel a little unfinished towards the end. It's perhaps one of the more difficult genres or story myths out there to grasp and wrap our heads around.